Today we're going to talk about some Okta group management. If you've used Okta before, you know that managing a small number of users in Okta is just as easy as clicking a couple buttons. But once it gets into a larger organization and you have a lot of automation rules around your groups and application assignments, it starts to get a little bit more difficult. So what do we mean it's going to be a little bit more difficult? Well, let's take a group for example. We have a small little test org here, and then we have our groups. We create an engineering group and the default everyone group. Notice that we have two folks within the engineering group. If we take a look, we got Rick and Elmira, and they're managed by the rule backend engineers. Let's take a look at that rule. So let's take a look at this Okta rule, backend engineers, for example. If we expand it, we'll notice that user.costcenter is site reliability or user.costcenter is infosec. I went ahead and I copied the string just to give you the illusion of a larger and more complicated rule, which you commonly see in a lot of organizations. Now, if we go ahead and we click on edit, let's just go ahead and do a quick little test on this. Frank is a member of the finance team. He does not exist within this cost center, so the user rule does not match. But if we check out Elmira, user rule matches. That's great. So we're going to use these two examples to make sure that our refactored rule is going to be successful. So if we know that user.costcenter is the profile attribute that we care about, and we know that the site reliability or infosec teams are the two cost centers that we want to match on, we're going to start to trim this down a little bit. Now, the cool thing is Okta expression language has a function called array contains. So that's arrays with an S, and we'll start with calling the package name. Next to function name is contains, and it takes two parameters. The first one is going to be an array, so this will be the list of the cost centers, and you denote that by starting with a curly bracket. And then what you'll do is you'll end it with a curly bracket, and then we'll call the profile attribute. Think of this as the haystack and then the needle that we're searching for. So now that we went ahead, you can see how much easier this is to manage, read, and modify. So now as a maintainer, you don't have to worry about all these extra or statements. And if we check on the rule, we'll see Frank should not match, and he does not. And then let's go ahead and check on Elmira. Elmira matches. Let's go ahead and save this rule. We're going to activate it. And when we go back to the groups, we should see that there's two members. And then you'll notice here how much easier this is to read. And we have our two members. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if there's anything that you want to learn about Okta and how to make management of it much easier, just leave a comment below. Let me know. Legalese, I am not affiliated with Okta in any shape, sense, or form, but I am Okta certified. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day.